All right, welcome back inside the Memorial Stadium here in Stephenville, Texas. 42-0 is our final. Utah Tech going to 0-7 in conference play, or 0-7 overall, and 0-3 in conference play. Rod Zundel back here for the Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Time now for our Burt Brothers Player of the Game. Burt Brothers doing it better since 1991. Defensive back Gabe Valenzuela. He was second in the team to Brevin Hamlin in tackles with 9, but he got the first interception of the season for the Trailblazers defense. So Gabe Valenzuela, our Burt Brothers doing it better player of the game. Listen to Devin Dixon on the drive Monday morning, and when they talk about the Burt Brothers doing it better player of the game and they do the commercial, you'll hear a code, and that can help you get a discount your next trip to Burt Brothers. So Gabe Valenzuela, first interception, and he is the player of the game, Burt Brothers also. Bronson Barban got the start tonight, threw an interception, did not throw a touchdown. The Trailblazers were shut out. All the 42 points for Tarleton State coming in the first half. They played them even in the second half, and this is the first time in 109 games the Trailblazers have been shut out. The last time they were shut out, 2013, November of 2013, they were shut out in the season finale at home. 44-0 to Central Washington. All right, Coach Lance Anderson's on his way up here to the broadcast booth. We will have our interview, our Boulevard Homes interview with Coach Anderson. That is coming up. And our AWP play of the game has to go to the Gabe Valenzuela interception, the first interception of the year. So Gabe Valenzuela pick is our AWP play of the game. See the local boys, the playmakers in the appliance industry at AWP. Quality, selection, and price across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart AWP. All right, Coach Anderson's going to come for our Boulevard Home post-game comments. We will take a break, come back with the coach after this. Again, 42-0 here in Stephenville. Utah Tech losing, getting shut out to Tarleton State. We'll be home next week with Austin Peay, 2 o'clock kickoff. 1 o'clock pregame in Greater Zion Stadium. Be back after this. D.R. Horton is America's largest home builder, but with a local heart. Nestled just west of the Sand Hollow Recreation Area is a 600-acre master-planned community with beautifully designed single-family homes, cottages, and townhomes called Long Valley. Visit us at drhorton.com and join us in continuing the American dream of home ownership and build your next home with D.R. Horton, America's builder.
Experience the magic of southern Utah from the sky and the ground at Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons. They take you on breathtaking journeys across the stunning landscapes of St. George, Hurricane, and beyond. But why just visit when you can live here? Priority First Real Estate is dedicated to helping you find your dream home. Together, they bring you closer to the community, closer to nature, closer to home. Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons and Priority First Real Estate, where adventure meets home.
Hey there, sports fans. Ready to take a time out from the sidelines and jump into the action? St. George Regional Airport has you covered. Score big with convenient flights that take you from our Red Rocks to destinations around the globe. Whether it's the bright lights of L.A. or an exotic getaway across the Pacific, your adventure starts right here at home. When you're planning that epic getaway, St. George Regional Airport is your home field advantage. All right, back inside Memorial Stadium here in Stephenville, Texas. 42-0, Utah Tech losing. All 42 points scored in the first half. They played even, but the Trailblazers come up short. Get ready for Austin Peay next week, 2 o'clock in Greater Zion Stadium. Rod Zundel here with the head coach, Lance Anderson, for our Boulevard Home post-game comments. And, Coach, you had your opportunities. We mentioned it a number of times, 3 or 4, that if you just made the connection, they could have scored.
Yeah, there were a lot of opportunities on both sides of the ball, whether it was defensively getting stops when all we got to do is make the tackle or do your job, cover your man, and make a play. Offensively, just being able to complete some of those throws. A lot of them required maybe another block here and there. But there were opportunities. But again, that's been the case all year long. It just gets back to we have to be better at doing the fundamental things that are required to play winning football.
Let's talk about Bronson Barban, a true freshman getting the start tonight. Missed some throws that are supposed to be easy. I guess, if there is such a word, but you expect that from a true freshman. But at least he stood in the pocket and he took some hits, and he proved that, he belongs in that pocket.
He does. And I mean, he's had a really good week of practice. That's why he started today. But he's stacked some really good weeks of practice to get to this point. And he plays with poise. He plays with composure. It's just, I think the experience is going to make him a better player.
You probably had more drop balls tonight than you have in any other game, and just a little bit off on the connections, like we mentioned that they were there. But, the drop passes, you can't be too happy about that because that's right in your hands.
We've had a few of those this year. That's tough, the drops, but then there were some missed throws. There were several, missed blocks or times we need to be better in protection. You give Bronson a little more time so he doesn't rush some of those throws. We got to get the run game going better, but that starts with the offensive line. So just fundamental things we've got to get better at.
Gabe Valenzuela is our Burt Brothers Doing It Better player of the game, got the first interception of the year and a great diving catch. He was also second on the team in tackles with 9. Just talk about his play, and I know he was injured for a couple of games there.
Yeah, he missed about 3-4 games, whatever it was, in a row with injury after playing against Montana State. So it's great getting him back. He gave us some solid tackling. He gives us some good coverage ability. He's got really good versatility in the secondary where he can play the nickel position. He can play safety. He's even lined up a corner a little bit for us. So it's good getting him back. That interception was big. We need more of those. And it was great to get Gabe back.
Okay, you found out how good the running back was. Britton, and he had 8 carries, 3 of those for touchdowns, big long runs. But then second half, you played him even. Can you take anything from that going up against Austin Peay, another team you look at and say, okay, you match up pretty well against those guys?
We really should, because you go from the middle of the second quarter to the end of the game, and our fits were much better, our tackling was much better. Now I know it's when number 4 is out of the game, Britton, and number 6, the receiver's out of the game, that makes a difference. But same O-line, running the same scheme. It's just against good players, we've got to be able to fundamentally execute.
You moved the ball. You were in the red zone a couple of times. You were on their side of the 50 3 or 4 times and just weren't able to finish off the drives. At least the opportunities are there.
Oh, there were. We missed a field goal. We had other, several drives in plus territory. But it's like we mentioned earlier. It's, one block away, a drop ball away, a missed throw. Those fundamental things that lead to execution.
All right, Coach, let's wrap this up. Give me a positive thought to go as we go get ready for Austin Peay next week.
Again, I haven't really watched them yet on film, but I hope it's a game where maybe physically we match up a little bit better, and we've got to take some of the momentum defensively in the second half, be able to come out, get some stops, and then offensively just finish those drives. I really think Bronson Barbin's going to be a week better having this start under his belt. I expect big things from him next week.
Those passes that were just a little bit off, not much, just a fraction off. He's going to hit those next week.
We just got to start faster on both sides of the ball, and those are my expectations for next week.
Coach, we'll leave it at that. We got Austin Peay next week. We're going to take a break as the lights are off here, and you see the reflection. So we'll take a break, wrap this thing up after this.
Welcome to St. George Academy, home of the Dragon Slayers, where academic excellence meets individualized learning right here in Southern Utah. At St. George Academy, we believe in challenging our students with rigorous curriculum, preparing them for a demanding college experience and beyond. And it's all tuition free. Our unique Pathway University program offers accelerated courses, allowing students to earn college credits in high school. Experience the St. George Academy difference, schedule your tour today, and join us on your educational journey.
Yesco is a proud partner of Trailblazer Sports Vision and Utah Tech Athletics. Yesco specializes in manufacture of custom electric signs and displays. From the smallest to the largest, Yesco can design, manufacture, install, and maintain an identification package that is tailored to your specific needs. Yesco has been serving Utah businesses for well over 100 years with quality signage and exceptional service. To see how Yesco can serve you, go to yesco.com.
Craving something sweet but healthy? Come to Berries and Cream, the original spot for fresh berries in our delicious sweet cream. Locally owned and operated right here in St. George. We offer a cold, refreshing treat that's perfect for the southern Utah climate. Fresh fruit has never tasted so good. Berries and Cream, the original taste of St. George.
All right, welcome back inside Memorial Stadium here in Stephenville, Texas. We're about to wrap up this broadcast tonight. Once again, the final score, 42-0. All 42 points from Tarleton State scored in the first quarter and a half, basically, and then the Trailblazers played them even the rest of the way. Trailblazers had their chances. They had their opportunities. The plays were there, just a little bit off on a couple of passes that were open that could have scored, and then a drop pass wide open in the end zone, and a couple of missed tackles when they had them dead to right. Kind of the same thing that's gone on the first 6 games. Kind of came up and bit them here a little bit, but the opportunities are there. Next week, we get going back home. 2 o'clock kickoff in Greater Zion Stadium against Austin Peay. 1 o'clock will be the pregame show on Trailblazer Sports Vision and the Fan Sports Radio. And Trailblazers will try to break their 12-game losing streak next week at home against Austin Peay. So we're going to call it a night here. Big thanks to Blake O'Rulian for the help back in the studio. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Trailblazers had their opportunities. Let's see next week, 2 o'clock kickoff against Austin Peay, if they can finally capitalize and finish off the game to get their first win. So for Blake O'Rulian, I'm Rod Zundel, and for our sports information director, Steve Johnson, for all his help tonight as well. Final score here in Stephenville, Texas, Tarleton State 42 and Utah Tech nothing. We'll see you again next week from Greater Zion Stadium against Austin Peay. Have a great night, everybody. See ya.